Was there one in particular that you remember as kind of when that shift happened in terms of your mentality shift and kind of the guys like, okay, now this is the fucking real deal, type of scenario? What
we did one where we did half the deployment in Iraq, and then they're like, hey, things are heating up, like they just got a bird shot down in Afghanistan, and it's like, we need dudes. And I remember being pissed that like I got pulled out of Iraq, because Iraq was the cool place at the time. That's where all the work was being done. And now I got to go back to OEF, which had been slow up until that point. And first stop we went on, we smoked like 2 or 3 dudes. I'm like,
maybe it's not so bad.
This is a whole new Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
Like it's the guys are willing to fight now. So that's that was better for us.
Yeah. Can you recall the split between Iraq and Afghanistan deployment wise? How many you've done at each?
It was 2 and 8. Yeah. It was only two deployments to Iraq.
Oh, okay. And it was that initial push in, or when it was pretty dicey at 05, 06, like were you in the triangle area, or what? Where were you guys? Can you say?
We were in Al-Assad.
Oh, okay.
When we were in Iraq. I mean, we were out of Baghdad. Initially, once we were actually on the first fixed wing that landed in Baghdad International. Saddam International still at the time, hadn't been renamed yet, but that was, and what a crazy landscape. Like the 19-year-old PFC that had been living in the desert for however long. Like when they rolled through there, they were just chain gunning commercial airliners who were sitting there. I mean, there's like all these burned out airlines. It's like, what happened there? Oh, a Bradley.
That was a trip for sure. I remember being there, moving through that area right at the start of it, and just God, what a fucking crazy time to be there for sure. But in terms of the 2 deployments that you spent in Iraq, I'd like to spend a little time talking about kind of what the gist of what you were doing there. Specifically, I guess was it all just raid, high value target type stuff?
Yeah, just
are there any?
I would say not always high value, but like just dismantling networks.
Yeah. Are there any operations that you went on that stick out as being exceptionally kick the hornet's nest over, or where you guys really had your hands full? Or
honestly, Iraq was not. Like an initial invasion, like we had some stuff where we got shot up pretty good. I mean, actually the very first target that we did, we didn't get permission to blow, to knock the power out to the town that we were going to until we were on short final. And because they didn't want to degrade local infrastructure.
Yeah.
So they blow the power plant, and we're flying in like this and totally backlit. And we were the 3rd helo, we were primary assault. And so the first helo, like bad guys woke up. Second helo, they started shooting. By the 3rd helo, which was us, like they got their lead down, and we were properly backlit. And it was just like, like something out of Band of Brothers, just seeing like sparks in your helicopter. We had the right front door gunner took a round in the head on infill. And I believe one of the Rangers got shot during that as well. And amazingly enough, so this is kind of a funny story. One of our EOD guys, so we land, the EOD, how much stuff the EOD guys carry. So like we land and they hit the brakes hard, and like a bunch of guys fall down, and he's all the way forward in the aircraft. And I think we were all masked up at the time too. So it's like, you can't see a whole lot. Like this dude's laying down, and he's like the turtle that you flip on his back. Like he can't get up. The bird takes off, and he's like looking around. He's like, I missed the big one. Like, this is it. Like I missed it. Like all the guys are gone. And then he looks over, and here's this aircrew dude shot in the head. So he grabs a puff jacket, Mountain Hardwear Chugach jacket out of like our warmie bag that we wore, because it was a long flight in there, and like bandages this guy. And because there was only 2 casualties, this Ranger being one of them, and then the door gunner being the other one, like, because he was labeled expectant, which is they think he's going to die. But because there was only 2 casualties on the mission, like he got to go to an SRT team standing by, like within 10 minutes, like he's got surgeons working on him. And he lived. And unfortunately, the Ranger, my understanding is he died a couple months later because, he got shot, he got infection, and he ended up dying.
Wow.
So,
but the guy that got shot in the head fucking lived, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. And then we went, and so the next day, we go out there to look at that helo. And I was in the right rear window. Like that's where I was, like on infill, looking out of the window. And I'm looking, and it's like the cartoon. Bullet hole, bullet hole, bullet hole, bullet hole, like all around where I was standing.
Jesus. Man, that's a fucking trip.
So yeah, there was quite a bit of like stuff like that. I mean, like there was one that we did. I think we had 50 some supporting aircraft. And just like, cause we pushed way further north than anyone had at the time. And I was just amazing because you'd see, like we're coming in low over this lake and you're just looking up and you're seeing tracer fire and explosions from the flak, like way up at altitude, because the F-18s were dropping flares up high to like distract dudes. And you're just looking, and I'm like seeing this tracer fire. I'm like, I'm like I don't know if I'm shouting in my mind, but I'm like, we're not on target yet, so I'm I've got a little bit of time. I'm like, get those guys. And you'd see the tracer fire coming up, and then boom, massive explosion from where it was where it was initiating from. And so those guys did the pilots did a great job of like, hey guys, look up here while we fly in low, and miniguns plays, and it was a pretty cool op.